Picasso Through the Eyes of Paul Smith at the Museum of Art Pudong offers a fresh encounter with one of modern art's most influential figures. 80 original works from the Musée national Picasso-Paris span Picasso's career across multiple media, bringing different periods and styles into the same visual conversation. Color, pattern, and spatial design shape the viewing experience. We spoke with the exhibition curator about how this perspective takes shape. This exhibition promises a new perspective on Picasso. How did you translate that idea into a curatorial narrative? How did you collaborate with Sir Paul Smith to ensure the design enhances the exhibition?
Our collaboration with Sir Paul Smith was so important because there was this idea of, he calls it lateral thinking, or it's thinking outside of the box, and it's showing the works with different colors, with different textures, with different patterns to enhance things that you don't usually see or notice in Picasso's work.
The exhibition gathers 80 representative works across all major periods. What guided your selection process?
What guided the selection process was the idea to show works from his whole career, so from the very beginning to the very end, and then a balance between iconic pieces with pieces that are as interesting, definitely, but not as well known. For instance, there's a whole room about bullfighting, and there's a whole series that Picasso did of the different stages of bullfighting, and he did that as ink drawings, and he drew all of those in just a few hours, and they're, I think, a testimony to Picasso's creativity and his engagement in this drawing technique, and to his Spanish heritage as well.
Picasso was reinventing himself all the time. What key themes or transformations did you aim to highlight in this exhibition?
He works in all of these different techniques: painting, sculpture, drawing, engraving, ceramics. It was important to us to have one room dedicated to each of these different techniques. There's a room dedicated to ceramics, and Picasso barely touched ceramics before 1947, which is the year he moves to south of France, to the city of Valoris, which is an ancient potter town. There's a room dedicated to childhood as well. You see 3 out of Picasso's 4 children. There's this painting of Paul as Harlequin. It's a reference to Commedia dell'arte that Picasso was introduced to when he was in Rome a couple of years before. It's from Picasso's neoclassical period. He looks to traditional portraiture in French and European paintings from the 19th century in particular. Whereas when you look at the portrait of a young boy playing with a truck, it's a lot more distorted. It's not classical at all anymore. You see the background is taking more importance than the figure itself, which is in a small corner of the painting, and yet it also speaks to Picasso's intimacy with the subject, who is his son, as he's wearing a striped shirt, which is what Picasso is usually pictured wearing in the 1950s. What we thought was interesting in this room was to show the different styles that Picasso is able to put forward depending on when he's painting those images.
This is the exhibition's only stop in China. What makes Shanghai the right place for it, and what do you hope the visitors will newly understand about Picasso?
Shanghai has a particular relationship to modernism. I think it's the right place for a modern art exhibition and for this idea of bringing a new perspective on Picasso. What we hope to achieve with that is to move away from the image of Picasso as the man who did Les Demoiselles d'Avignon or who did Guernica. It's really this idea of permanent creativity, of experimentation, all the while keeping it quite playful, which is also what we're showing in the exhibition.